Hey everybody, it's Tracy and I'm here with a tutorial for the paper shoe like the one I made for Rena. This one's going to be a little bit different, but it's the same pattern. You can change it up however you want to. I'm going to give you all the information for that on the screen. I'm going to try my best to get this thing done in 10 minutes. So if I leave anything out, I'm going to put it in captions on the screen, so make sure you read any of those for anything important that I left out. You can find patterns for these shoes all over the internet. I'll give you all the information about where I got the one I used. The red shoe you see here, my daughter made. She found that one, and it's actually a pattern that you print out and then cut out and fold up and make the shoe. But she made that one. But the one I'm going to show you how to make today is this pink one. And it's, like I said, the one like I made Rena. The only difference is hers had a little heel on it. But let's get started so I can hopefully get this all in the 10 minutes. You're going to have pattern pieces that you're going to cut out. You're going to have 2 soles, a back, and a toe. And if you go to the website of the lady who made these patterns, she'll explain to you how you can change up. There's actually 2 patterns for this toe, and you can make it your opening in your shoe bigger or deeper, depending on how you cut it out. So I'm going to show you how I did. This was just regular. The one I'm going to do today has a deeper cut to have a deeper pocket. But like I said, you're going to get 2 of these. So here are my 2, and I've already put tape on it to save some time. Now this second one that I cut, I hope you can see this. There is the line where I traced, and if you can see, I cut outside that line a little bit. This is going to be your sole, and once you get the toe and the heel on it, you have a little extra, so it wouldn't necessarily sit right on the line. So I left that little extra just in case it needed a little more underneath it, and then you can go back and trim around the edges on it if you don't need it. But I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the tape on there. I'm just using some score tape, and I've just basically run it around that line that was drawn off of the pattern. Now for your toe, here is the line that I traced off of this pattern piece right here. And I'm going to show you how I did this. This is one of the ways she explained. I actually went out a good distance from this line and drew another line freehand around the outside. Then I took my score tool and I went down the center of that section and scored a line. And then I took my scissors after I folded that over, and you just clip so that this will bend when you go to put it onto your shoe. So I'm going to finish cutting that off and clipping it. There's just a little bit left. I wanted you to be able to see how I did that. And you just clip up to that fold line. And this is going to bend over and wrap around one of those shoe bottoms. Now, this is my regular bottom. This is the one with a little bit extra. You want the regular one. And for the toe, you're going to peel off this tape. And you're going to have to work with this a little bit because it's not right on that line. You're going to have to do one side and then go back and work the other side in. You could do this with glue, but I'm telling you right now, this score tape is awesome for holding it right away. It's a lot easier than having to wait on glue to dry. I love the Scotch brand quick dry glue, but you cannot get it to hold fast enough for this. And you just need a little piece of tape here at the end for this last little bit. So that's your first side. Now, you're going to need to trim that off a little bit, but for right now I'm just going to bend it back. as I try to work on this side. Now this is where it's not hard, it's just a little tricky to get your shoe to bend enough to bring it over to that tape. I hate that I'm going so fast on this. I hope you're catching it all, but I didn't want to have to make it 2 videos. But you just work that around. Like that. And for your toe, said you're going to have to trim. I'm going to make it kind of pointy. Just need enough to be able to fold over. I'm probably going to have to trim this a little more once I get it on here, but you get the point. You don't want that hanging off, so that'll get trimmed off. This is a very pointy toe on this shoe, so. But that's your inside, and you can see the difference in the depth. Oops, sorry. By adding that extra width around the line that you drew. And it just depends on how deep you want your shoe. When I gave it to Rena, I did it like the lady who designed this did it. I had a pack of ribbons pushed down in here as a little goodie. Just depends on what you want to put in there. But that's the toe of your shoe. And you're basically going to do the same thing for the back. It's cut from this pattern. And once you cut it out, you're going to take a straight edge, your ruler, and you're going to lay it right along where the top of that straight part is on either end, and you're going to score along there. And that's just so you can make this part to fold up and clip into like you did the toe that's going to fit around the bottom of your shoe. So I've got some more tape on here, and let's start in the middle. You can mark this if you're really particular about getting things straight, but I'm going to try my best to eyeball it right now. This basically folds in like that. Oops. And you need about 4 hands for this. No, not really. That looks even, so I'm going to push that down. And it gets tacked with the tape. And you're just going to do the same thing you did with the toe. You're going to work it around the bend in the back of the shoe. There is a little difference in the length of the toe on this when you add that to it too, because you'll see it comes almost all the way up to the toe. I can see this is definitely going to be a 2-parter. Anyway, let's see if we can get the rest of the bottom done. If not, I'll be back with the second part. We're almost finished, actually. This is the majority of the construction of the shoe. So the rest part's just the decorating and putting the sole on. So I'll be back with part 2 and we'll finish it up.